my name is Carla Soto. I am a registered nurse with UTRGV Family Nurse Practitioner Program. In this video, we're going to be talking about ways to quit smoking. I give my verbal consent to be in this video. Oh, hi neighbor. I'm a student with UTRGV with the Family Nurse Practitioner Program. I've been walking around trying to see if I can catch anyone so that way I can talk about ways to stop smoking. If you don't mind me asking, how many years have you been smoking?
Since I was 15, so about 10 years.
I put together this PowerPoint to demonstrate to you the different effects on the body that smoking can cause, the different diseases that smoking can do, and different ways to be able to quit smoking and additional resources that you can use to get more information on how to be able to quit. Cigarette smoking is the leading cause of preventable deaths in the United States. Just by quitting smoking, you can prevent a lot of chronic and acute diseases. Smoke inhaled contains over 7,000 toxic chemicals, some of which we don't even know. This has a huge effect on major organs of the body, such as your heart and your lungs. Smoking is a very difficult habit to quit, so it requires a lot of time, a lot of patience, and a lot of trial and error to see what works best for you.
Smoking has numerous negative effects on your body. The more you smoke, the more you increase your chance of developing a disease. Smoking is it contributes to a very slow death. So smoking affects the heart by increasing your chances of developing heart disease or developing cardiovascular disease. Smoking affects the lungs by increasing your chances of dying from lung cancer or developing other diseases like COPD, emphysema, bronchitis. Smoking also affects the circulation. It increases your blood pressure and your heart rate. It affects fertility in men and in women. It affects your bones by making them very weak and brittle. And it increases the chances of women developing osteoporosis. In the brain, smoking increases the risk of you developing a stroke by at least 50%. In the mouth and in the throat, it increases the risk of cancer in the lips, the tongue, the throat, the voice box, and the esophagus. In your stomach, it increases the chances of you getting stomach cancer or ulcers. And in the skin, smoking prematurely ages the skin by 10 to 20 years.
Smoking can cause many diseases, such as lung cancer, heart disease, it can cause stroke, it can cause lung diseases, it can cause diabetes, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, with this including emphysema and chronic bronchitis, and smoking increases the risk of tuberculosis, eye diseases, and problems with your immune system. Disease prevalence due to smoking. 1 out of 5 smoking-related deaths is caused by cardiovascular disease. Smokers are 2 to 4 times more likely to get cardiovascular disease than non-smokers. Smoking causes about 90% of all lung cancer deaths. More women die from lung cancer each year than from breast cancer. Smoking causes about 80% of all deaths from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Cigarette smoking increases risks for deaths from all causes in both men and women. Before starting any strategies to be able to quit smoking, you should be mentally and physically ready. You should sit down and think about why you want to stop. You should pick a stress-free time to quit because stressful situations tend to make you want to smoke some more. You should ask for support and let your family and friends know that you're not smoking anymore, so that way they can be your support system. You should start doing some physical activities such as exercising. You should get plenty of rest and sleep. Eat a balanced, nutritious diet. Join a smoking cessation program. And disconnect your activities that lead to smoking.
So smoking is a very, very, very difficult habit. It is very difficult to quit smoking. There are numerous ways to try to quit smoking. It all depends on what works for every single individual. Every individual is unique, so some things work better than others. So some of the best ways to quit smoking is number 1, you can quit cold turkey. Number 2, you can make a quit date. Number 3, hypnosis, acupuncture, or meditation. Number 4, behavioral conditioning. Number 5, nicotine substitution. Number 6, put the money saved in a jar. Number 7, use candy or healthy snacks. Number 8, buy fewer cigarettes. So one method to quit smoking is quitting cold turkey. This means that you quit from one day to the next. This relies solely on an individual's willpower, and it is very hard to do quit cold turkey because tobacco is very addicting and it causes physical, emotional, and psychological effects and withdrawals on a smoker. Some of the symptoms that a smoker can experience when quitting cold turkey is nicotine withdrawal, urge to smoke, depressed mood, trouble sleeping, irritation, frustration, mood swings, difficult concentration, restlessness, a decreased heart rate, increased appetite, or weight gain. Most smokers don't have a problem to be able to stop smoking. The problem comes with the withdrawal symptoms that come along with just quitting cold turkey. Another way to quit smoking is to get a calendar and set a quit date within the next 7 days and stick with it. Alternative strategies to help quit smoking is hypnosis, acupuncture, or meditation. These alternative strategies are useful for some smokers, but they have no evidence based behind them. Another method is behavior conditioning. This involves an individual changing their behavior. This means being positive, taking negative incentives, self-monitoring, such as keeping a smoking journal, how many cigarettes they smoke in a day, in a week, in a year. This involves also a stepwise, which means decreasing the amount of nicotine slowly. It also involves stimulus control such as being able to identify what triggers you to smoke and being able to address it. This also involves coping skills and being able to not be influenced by peer pressure. Nicotine substitution is also a good way to be able to quit smoking. Some of this includes the nicotine gum, the nicotine patches, the micro tabs, nasal sprays, inhalators, and cough drops. There are many nicotine substitution. It all depends on what the individual prefers. Another method would be to save the money that you regularly use for smoking and you put it into a safe jar. Quitting smoking can have a positive effect on your financial health in addition to your physical health. Snack substitution is also very important and can help to be able to quit smoking. The use of candy or healthy snacks like healthy protein bars are a good way to be able to substitute the use of cigarette smoking. The last method just involves to simply buy fewer cigarettes and end up saving that money into a jar. Choosing to quit smoking can have a huge positive impact on your overall health. You should overall plan to quit. Set a quit date, choose one of these methods, decide if you need help from a healthcare provider, nicotine replacement, or medicine. Prepare for your quit date by planning how to deal with cravings and urges, and officially quit on your quit date. Although it is very hard to completely quit smoking, and it involves trying and retrying, it is never too late. You can deal with urges, get active, handle stress, get support, and just stick with it. It is the best thing that you can do for your health in the long run.
Summary: smoking is very bad and it affects your health overall. Just by smoking, you can prevent a lot of diseases and a lot of troubles in the future. There are numerous ways to be able to quit smoking, but you have to find what is unique and what works for you. It all consists of trial and error. You should get started, get help, and stick to it. It is the best thing that you can do for your health today and in the long run. Here are additional resources that you can visit for more information on how to quit smoking. So you have the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Healthy People 2020, and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I hope that you learned something from this and that it helps you to understand what smoking can cause in the long run, and that it helps you to see ways that you can quit smoking. It would be very, very unfortunate for something to happen to you just because you smoke. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I appreciate your time.
You know what? I'm gonna consider that. I want to live a long life. I don't need this.
Passaron los años.
Hi, my name is Paul Lopez, and I consent myself and my music to be in this video. And thank you for watching.
Te fuiste, me dejaste llorando. partir. Por favor, regresa.